Hello and welcome to this week's edition of CTN Community Update. A St. Paul-based developer is pitching a plan to construct a large apartment building in the southern part of Coon Rapids. This week, the City Council met in a work session to learn more about the project, which would involve the construction of a 4-story, 184-unit apartment building near 94th Lane and Springbrook Drive, just west of Highway 47. The developer, Real Estate Equities, is looking to the city for tax increment financing to fund part of the project, which is located in Port Evergreen.
I'll say in Coon Rapids, we have not seen a lot of apartment construction in recent years. We have a lot of apartments that were built in the 70s and 80s. We haven't seen a lot of newer apartments, so we're pretty excited to see a more contemporary building. And also, it's important to note that the vacancy rate for apartments is very low in Coon Rapids and really across the region. So it's not a surprise that we're seeing some interest among developers in constructing new apartments.
The project still needs to go through the planning approval process, and the City Council would need to approve the creation of a new TIF district. All of the units would be affordable to households earning 60% of the area median income, which is just over $56,000 for a family of 4. Construction could soon start on a new apartment project near the North Star commuter rail station. Closing on financing for the project is expected next week. Sherman and Associates is planning to construct a 180-unit market-rate apartment building along with a 71-unit mixed-income building, both 4 stories high. Construction could be completed in early 2020. The second phase of the project would involve the construction of 2 senior apartment buildings, but those plans have not yet been finalized. The Coon Rapids PD is looking for a few extra eyes to help keep the city safe. A new community watch team aims to bring neighbors together and help citizens partner with the police. CTN's Jennifer Anderson explains.
Yeah, I can bring up any camera I want.
Greg Altmans remembers the day he saw a car tear through his Coon Rapids neighborhood.
Going through the stop sign with no care at all.
Altmans caught the speeder on his home security camera and wondered, could video like this help the police department?
That could save me hours of time.
Coon Rapids detective Adam Jacobson says security cameras can be crucial in a police investigation.
Any little bit of information in any type of investigation can assist us in trying to figure out who did it.
As technology improves and prices drop, more homes have camera systems like the Altmans. The Coon Rapids Police Department would like to know where those cameras are. A new community camera program allows citizens to register the location of their cameras with police.
It is just simply like a map, knowing where these cameras are.
Community outreach specialist Trish Heitman says knowing a camera is near where a crime occurred can give investigators a great place to start.
Our investigator would call you or email you and say, hey, can we possibly take a look at your footage? If someone says no, we go, okay, no problem. But more often than not, people are really happy to be able to help us out.
The camera registry is just one part of the police department's community watch team. It's a chance for neighbors to come together with police, get monthly safety tips, and share local crime information. If you join the community watch team, you get a blue window sticker for your home. If you register a camera, you get a green one.
You get a safer community by having a connected community.
Getting neighbors to talk to other neighbors. Getting neighbors to meet other people in the neighborhood. I think that's very, very important.
Greg Altmans was one of the first to sign up.
You should get to know your neighborhood.
Now his home proudly displays the Community Watch Team sticker. It tells neighbors that he and his cameras are watching and tells police who may be in the area that he is a partner.
Makes me feel safe for my family, you know, and then it makes me feel like I'm doing something for the community too.
For CTN Update, I'm Jennifer Anderson.
To learn more about the Community Watch team and sign up, check out the police department page on the city's website, coonrapidsmn.gov. There you'll also find crime mapping tools and a place to submit crime tips. The police department is seeking another grant from the U.S. Department of Justice. The department is eligible for a grant in the amount of just over $12,000 for items that have not been budgeted. The PD plans to purchase several items, including tasers, portable breath testers, vehicle alarms, and a portable printer. The Law Enforcement Appreciation event returned to Coon Rapids last Saturday. It was a full day of fun at the VFW for a large crowd, including dozens of police officers. The festivities concluded with a tribute to those who swore an oath to serve and protect and made the ultimate sacrifice. CTN's Dan Carpenter has more.
Law enforcement agencies from around the Minnesota region are represented here. An event originally started to show community appreciation for the men and women in blue.
Once a year, large crowds choose to spend a day of fun with the men, women,
give him a big pat right there,
and even horses who patrol the streets of our communities to preserve peace and public safety.
It's super nice to be out here and be around people who appreciate law enforcement. It's always nice to see, people who actually support us and appreciate what we do.
4 years ago, a local law enforcement family sought out a way to show community support for police officers.
Good job.
In the face of anti-police attitudes and protests.
And they got to see and be a part of carrying that burden and understanding the other side of what sacrifice looks like on behalf of our blue and our brown and maroon and all the different protectors that serve our communities.
From those origins grew an opportunity to build connections between officers and the communities they serve.
We're not necessarily on a call or maybe a traffic stop. We're able just to talk to people as they come by and they've got a simple question that they want to ask, and we're right here and available for them.
Even the younger citizens are learning what it means to work in law enforcement.
When we're looking for a bad guy and a bad guy makes a bad choice to run from law enforcement or makes a choice to fight law enforcement, we give them every opportunity to give up.
This bad guy chose to run. As in years past, $5 gets you 3 chances to dunk a cop. Other donations and a silent auction benefit law enforcement wives and families of fallen officers.
Let's hold your candles up. But I think that we would do no bigger honor than to give a moment of silence for Corrections Officer Joseph Gom, Wyzetta Police Officer Bill Matthews. They gave their lives to make us safe. Thank you guys for coming out.
Reporting from Coon Rapids, Dan Carpenter for CTN Update.
Close to $11,000 in donations were raised at this year's event. The money goes to the nonprofits Backing the Blue Line and the Law Enforcement Memorial Association. An annual fundraiser for a local women's shelter is coming up next weekend. Hope Fest, formerly known as the Walk for Hope, will take place on Saturday, September 29th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Bunker Hills Regional Park. The event includes a 5K fun run, a 2-mile walk, a resource fair, and activities for children. Food is also available for purchase. All the money raised benefits the Alexandra House, which supports victims of abuse. Students in an American government class used improv to shake up their learning this week.
Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech.
On Monday, the U.S. Constitution came to life for students at Anoka Ramsey Community College. Monday marked the 231st anniversary of the signing of the Constitution. Instructor John Herbert, along with a panel of his political science students, demonstrated various scenarios like the right to privacy and other amendments protected by the Constitution.
The Second Amendment is the right to bear arms, so it mostly talked about as a militia we have a right to protect ourselves and our country.
That really is the rule book or the playbook for our country, and most of us, we learn about it maybe once or twice in school and then we don't think about it until something bad happens, and really just getting ourselves to focus back on what do the words mean, how are they interpreted, and in particular, today, like these words were written in 1787, what do they mean today?
After the event, students could win prizes by taking a Constitution Day quiz and even register to vote. Speaking of voting, absentee and early voting is officially underway for the general election. Coon Rapids residents who are eligible to vote can do so in person at the Coon Rapids City Center. In-person voting continues through Monday, November 5th. You can also vote early by mail. For more information, log on to the Secretary of State's website. Before we go, a little friendly competition this week between the Coon Rapids Police and Fire Departments. They took part in a rib eating challenge at Texas Roadhouse on Monday evening. In the end, the Coon Rapids Police Department claimed victory with a little pomp and circumstance, but the real winners are 2 local nonprofits, Safe Kids Anoka County and the Coon Rapids Crime Prevention Association. Texas Roadhouse donated a total of $1,000 to the two charities. Looks like they had a lot of fun out there. That's going to do it for our show today. Thanks for watching. Join us back here again next week.